la la la.
That is so cool to see the dragon passing by.
Hello and welcome back.
Welcome to the couch. It's been a while.
The couch.
Or actually, maybe in China you guys have never even seen this.
Maybe you've never seen the couch.
This is temporary, but maybe permanent.
The couch.
Like life.
What?
Or like one of the most renowned music artists and writers of the Chinese-speaking music scene.
Li Hongwan.
That's right. Considered a musical genius, a multi-talented artist, both in production, singing, and composing. He's actually very, very popular both in the West here and in the East. As a matter of fact, we're going to check out one of his iconic performances that we've never seen before, where he went to Berkeley Music College. He performed Big City Small Love, which is one of his big signature tracks. As a matter of fact, we have checked out other Berklee College music performances from different artists, like Indian artists, US artists, UK artists, and now Chinese artists. Let's give it a watch.
Oh, wow.
He's like a god.
Give it up for the Berkeley kids. The arrangement of 大城小爱. Check this out, it's nice. 乌黑的发尾排成一个圈，缠绕所有对你的眷恋。
Whoa.
隔着半透明的脸，嘴里说的语言完全没有欺骗。
Whoa.
He's right, this arrangement is fabulous.
等我是你美丽那张脸，终于找到所有流浪的终点。你的微笑结束了疲倦，千万不要说天上地
It is.
免得你觉得我不切实际。
These concerts are like a big deal in the curriculum. If you get picked, you know.
脑袋都是你，心里就是你，保存的爱在脑子里好甜蜜。我念的都是你，全部都是你，小小的爱在脑子里只为你倾心。
The best part is that you get to perform it with the original artist, you know.
打成一个圈，缠绕所有对你的眷恋，终于找到所有流浪的终点。你的微笑结束了疲倦。
Simple.
千万不要说天长地久，免得你觉得不切实际。情多么简单，就多么简单，让我大声地对你说 I'm thinking of you。 脑袋都是你，心里都是你，小小的爱在。
This song was made to be played with an orchestra. I'm afraid to say.
那我真的表演，你留走纪念，不必害怕面对离别。
Nice.
剪掉无数头发，抓我放在向前走，到哪里都有你陪。相随，脑袋都是你，心里都是你，小小的爱。
That's so awesome for the students.
For those of you who don't speak Chinese, or for those of you Chinese speakers who forgot the words, we'll do the next verse. Allah.
All right.
La 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 la.
La la la.
La 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 la. La 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 la. It's interesting on the drums, this song.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's not as easy as people would assume. Nice.
乌黑的发尾盘成一直圈，缠绕所有对你的眷恋。那一种寸步不离。
Shout out to the director. She's living her best life too.
我知道就叫做永远。
Wow. That's sick. Because you have so much talent in that bloody college.
True. Yes,
Some
true.
of our favorite musicians that we've ever worked with, seen up close. Berkeley.
Yeah, that's
It's
correct.
a really prestigious music fucking institution
It really is.
here in the West.
It is one of the elitist, if you wanted to talk about that.
Actually, I wish we knew more about institutions, Chinese musical institutions, because like teaching music in China is not only damn expensive,
But it's also
so prestigious.
incredibly high standard.
Yeah, like
like I think some of the best musicians that I've ever met are
Chinese. Yeah.
and studied and brought up in the Chinese system.
I agree. So I wish I knew more about the institutions of music. Maybe let us know. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of you are academics, maybe.
I do think this arrangement brought out the romanticism of the song.
More.
I feel like the song already has that sort of like rose-colored lenses feel to life, right?
The studio version certainly does.
Yes,
Never
but-
heard this version.
But this orchestral arrangement is sort of like dynamic, but it's also very cinematic. So it sort of like enhances all the feelings tenfold, you
So
know?
he wrote this whilst traveling to New York a lot. He would travel a lot to New York, and he felt that maintaining simple yet lasting relationships in big cities,
It's difficult.
yeah, was very challenging. Like Taipei, New York, these sort of big cities, quite difficult for him. He said the track it did to a certain extent have a bit of folk sound to it.
It did, yes.
And he likes to use the Chinese pentatonic scale, which is just the same one we use.
I think it changes the order a little bit. I think the way that...
Oh yeah, it's the same thing like Jay does, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
The order is different, although the notes might be the same. But
Yeah, the lyrics go, dark hair twisted into a circle, entwined with all my longing for you. Through the translucent curtains, the words spoken contain no deceit. Grey roof tiles and a quiet scene. The lights are your beautiful face. Finally, I found the end of all wondering. Your smile ends the fatigue. Please don't say forever and ever, so you won't think I'm unrealistic. As simple as I want it to be, it is. That's the philosophy my mother taught me. My mind is filled with you. My heart is filled with you. A small love in this big city.
Oh, so sweet.
That's lovely.
Adorable.
That is lovely. And then he goes la 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 la. The next one is actually quite interesting because it is a theme song for the 12th episode of a documentary called Forbidden City, which was composed and performed by Li Hong Wang, and it was basically intended to be the theme song for this, whilst using music as the language and the Chinese wisdom as a foundation for the most representative figures and stories of the last 600 years of the Forbidden City's history as inspiration to convey China into China's healing voice to different parts of the world, or just the whole world, I would say.
How incredible it is to take part of a concept like that.
Yeah.
Imagine having to compose something with this premise.
Yeah,
That is-
pressure.
yeah, that is one heck of a challenge to take on.
It's called Chiang Kun, Dragon Scales.
Okay,
give it
let's
a watch.
go.
I love dragons.
That is such a cool image.
Oh, still somewhat pop.
这江山我起笔，民族血脉有几万里。
Awesome.
世纪600年里，龙的传人历经风雨。这荆棘
Damn, those stairs are awesome. They're dragons
I know.
engraved.
自气节不移，九龙笔画上流离，历史从此衰落又崛起。这龙鳞血长
He maintained it pop, nice.
Accessible, I think, especially for the style of the series, given that it's like a documentary style.
I'd love to go to these type of places.
Aren't they amazing though? You're standing in thousands of years of history.
Ugh.
That's really cool.
Forbidden City.
That's really awesome.
躲避东方描过的望肚里，山水里我默默
Very pop folk.
之间嶙峋华夏哭泣，紫禁长山无门，多少沧桑铸造中华魂。我寄长文万山根突破变局，去扭转乾坤。这龙鳞却长情，铿锵落地犹如碎冰。
I love the scale too.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's very folkloric, but it's so incredibly patriotic at the same time.
Chorale. It's feel elated, like.
That is so cool to see the dragon passing by.
How it began.
That is
Wow.
epic. Come on.
So cool.
Since I was a child, I was a big fan of Jackie Chan and stuff like that. The Forbidden City is one of my
That's
favorite
right.
movies. It had Jet Li and Jackie Chan.
It's true.
Forbidden Kingdom is the name of that one, and it's about Wukong.
Actually, it is.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
true.
Yeah, and I had no idea.
No, me neither.
Interesting. Yeah, like so back home, especially like in Venezuela, like you get a lot of martial arts movies.
Yes, you do.
And like China has like whenever anyone used to think of China, you used to think of like I guess three things.
Kung fu films.
Yeah, not just kung fu, but martial arts. And then you had the second thing you would think is like dragons and like
Yes.
the attire, Tai Chi. I
Yeah,
guess
you
that,
would
that, that
think-
was number one.
And I remember
And number three is food.
silk and food.
Yeah, food and silk, especially back home. Like Chinese food
Yeah.
is ginormous.
So
But
big.
closer to what like Japanese food is here
It's true. Actually, Chinese food was way more popular
than Japanese
in
food.
South America than Japanese food ever was. I think it still is a little bit obscure.
Yeah, like back home, Japanese is like what the f?
What is that?
But Chinese is like whoa,
No,
baby.
you could find Chinese food
Anyway.
everywhere.
And there were so
Yeah.
many Chinese Venezuelans.
That's true.
How well is that? They owned all the shops, all the good restaurants.
Yeah, they
And they're
did.
some of the nicest people we knew, actually.
Yeah.
But I feel like saying that because
There's some correlation to the dragon and the imagery.
like I feel like there's a seed in me.
Yes, I agree.
And now I sort of understand why it's led down this road somehow.
Well-
for us getting to know so many Chinese musicians, so many Chinese artists, working with Chinese musicians and production houses and stuff.
Do you know how I felt? What I felt that
Yeah.
was when we started watching kung fu films for the first time here
Yes.
on the channel. I felt like, oh my god, I feel like I'm going back in time.
Stephen
for,
Chow.
Yeah, for a different reason. It's
Karen
really cool.
Mock, big up there, girl. But Li Hong Wang, what an interesting lad, because this project actually, I thought he was gonna go way more classical rather than go so pop, but it's not part of who he is actually. If you cast him to make your theme song,
You want something
want
that
this.
is easily accessible. That's right.
You want this from him. You don't want.
If you wanted something more folkloric, you would have hired someone completely different who could do a more sort of like historical drama style of composition. However, I feel like this song capture both elements, like the pop modern element of accessibility, but also a lot of the folkloric instrumentalization that you would have thought initially for something so that talks about the history of the country, you know?
Because the lyrics go, I begin with this land, the bloodline of the nation spans tens of thousands of miles, for centuries, 600 years. The descendants of the dragons have weathered the storm. In the heart of the capital, the central axis, like a gentleman's integrity, unyielding, the 9-dragon wall, the glazed tiles on the roof. History has declined and risen from here. These dragon scales once fell in the clang like shattered ice. One scale, 1 inch of heart. The drifting stories I can't bear to hear. People uphold proprietary, their hearts remain tranquil. The melodious ancient zither plays the heart of a gentleman.
Wow.
I remain vigilant, waiting for the echo, spiraling the vast Chinese civilization. With vengeance for the past, I begin the vast yellow land of the east. In the landscape, ink is splashed and wiped away. Only the rugged spirit of the Chinese remained. The forbidden city, Shenwu Gate. Countless vicissitudes have forged the Chinese soul. I inherit the deep roots of culture. Breakthrough, I mean, I guess every Chinese person could say that.
Yeah,
Because
that's
there's very
correct.
few cultures in the world that go as deep as that. Break through the changes to turn Chiang Kun. These dragon scales fell from the clang like shattered ice. Nice.
That is amazing. Actually, I feel like the lyricism is so layered. And
Yeah.
I think that's where the symbolism actually falls.
So dragons actually are I mean, I guess I sort of knew this through the movies, but dragons are sacred symbols representing both power, strength, but also good fortune. And like I don't know if they're like the national animal or something,
Creature.
but it's like national spirit. It's sort of what it
Yes.
represents. What is the national
Animal of China. I think it's pandas, no?
Yeah, the
Pandas.
panda, the
Yeah.
giant bloody panda. Jesus.
Yeah, I did figure.
Yeah.
But it would have been cool if it was the dragon, no?
I guess it's more like mythology, I guess. Scales are the scales of the dragon's body. In the lyrics, round scales is a central image that can refer to the actual dragon scales to symbolize culture, history, spirit, and the future of the Chinese nation. They do mean, you know, the part they say like this is the central axis.
Yes.
That's where Beijing was built.
Oh,
That was the whole purpose of it. It's like symmetrical and aesthetics was like a ginormous
My
deal in
God.
Chinese architecture. But you can't tell.
Yes,
like
you
if
can.
you see the pictures and stuff.
I actually feel like whenever you go to visit historical monuments, there's this sort of like thickness to the air because you're standing on history. I feel like in China it would be double that because of the longevity,
We're
the
very
amount
much
of time.
We're very much down. We will visit at one point. I think things are slowly aligning onto that anyway, so that shall be quite interesting. We are interested more in the music side than we are in the actual sightseeing side, but I think it's hard to not do both.
Yes, I also think it's difficult. Once you're there, you might as well go.
Exactly. And then the Forbidden City, which is now a palace museum. It was actually the imperial palace of the Ming and Qing dynasties.
Wow.
And then the Shenwu Gate is the back gate, not the front gate, of the Forbidden City, which mentions to one of China's most iconic imperial symbols and historical witnesses.
That's incredible.
And then Chiang Kun, it represents heaven and earth, so yin and yang, and like all the things in the universe. So turning Chiang Kun means like to change your own destiny, to create earth-shaking changes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love the that's what I mean. I feel like in the lyricism is where a lot of the symbolism lies.
So layered.
So I think in terms of like the music composition, you could have taken liberties of making it more pop forward.
Yeah, true.
Because lyrically it had,
So much thickness.
yeah, all of the essence lied in the lyricism.
Let us know who else we should review next. Goodbye.
Adios!